Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you for watching. If you're new here, my name is Maria and in today's video I have 3 Christmas farmhouse DIYs. These turned out beautiful and I did use mostly Dollar Tree items. This is also in collab with my friend Maria from Artsy Cupcake. She is so talented and does beautiful home decor. She is also doing 3 Dollar Tree farmhouse DIYs, so I'm going to leave her information down in the description box so you can definitely go check her out and show her some love. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you can get notified every time I upload. With that being said, now let's craft. From Dollar Tree, I will be using one of the wire baskets, 2 packs of the Christmas trees, and this leftover piece that I had from a Dollar Tree decor sign. If you don't have this, you can use so many other different things for the bottom, like a ruler, popsicle sticks, or anything that fits the bottom. I'm going to start off by measuring the size of the basket, so like that I can cut this. And I used some scissors. This was pretty easy to cut through. Using the Waverly semi-gloss paint in truffle, I'm going to paint both of the signs. Once they're both nice and dry, I'm going to distress them using the Waverly chalk paint in mineral. I'm using a light hand and semi-dry painting this to make it look more weathered and rustic and old.
And that's why I want to sing about the Christmas on its way.
Using these Dollar Tree stencils, I will be putting fresh cut to the smaller piece, and I will be using a paint marker this time. I usually just trace it and then go over it, but I decided to try this and it's so much easier. I'm going to make 2 little holes to this sign and I'm using my drill for this. Now that my little sign has holes, I'm using some Dollar Tree juice string to tie it to the basket.
It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I want to sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling.
This sign was too plain, so I decided to make a small little garland. I'm going to start off by cutting this garland tie, then cut some of this pine cones and berries from this little bush. This is from a Hobby Lobby little bush, and I'm going to use a buffalo check bow that I made.
It's the time of year, my winter wonderland,
I'm gluing the bow in the center, then the pine cones and berries on the side.
on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this.
Before I glue the little garland to my sign, I'm going to add little legs to this tray, and I'm using these beads. These are from Amazon. They are the 0.25 mm, I think. I'm not sure. I'll leave the information down in the description box, but I did add 4 of them, 2 on each side. Then I glue the little garland underneath fresh cut. And look how beautiful these little trays turned out. The last thing I did was just add my little Christmas trees on top. my second DIY, I will be using one of these Dollar Tree little houses, some letters. These are from Dollar Tree as well, but I ended up using some Walmarts because I realized I didn't have enough of the E's and I think an M. I'm not sure what else, but I did decide to use these Walmart ones. The first thing I will be doing is removing the back of this little house, and I took off all the pink paper off because I thought I was going to paint the front, but I ended up using a scrap paper from Hobby Lobby. Before I glue the paper, I'm going to paint the frame using the Waverly chalk paint in truffle. I finally got the chalk paint in this color. In my first DIY, I had used the gloss one, which is not that bad, but I think the chalk paint is so much better. I am going to dry paint this with a light hand and using this stipple paintbrush. As you can see, I was going to paint the back, but I decided to use this paper instead. So I am going to trace the little house and then cut it. To glue the paper, I will be using a glue stick. You can totally use Mod Podge or any other kind of adhesive. I just like using the glue stick. The next thing I will be using are some Dollar Tree DIY stickers. I have two different ones. I have these where they have these little glittery trees. I don't like the glitter, so I am going to trace it to this buffalo check paper that I got from Hobby Lobby. This is an extra piece that I already had. I'm going to trace it and then cut it, then glue it. Like I said, I'm using some other ones. I have these other little trees. These are wood and they're so much prettier than these glittery ones. So I decided to use two of these, one on each side, and then use the buffalo check little tree that I'm going to put together and glue it in the center. The wood trees have these little polka dots, so I am going to paint some red and some black like that. These are gonna match the tree in the center.
Yeah, Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light.
And look how cute these turned out, so color coordinated. But before I glue them, I'm going to put the stickers. Like I said, I'm using these Walmart ones instead of the ones that Dollar Tree carries.
Lovely songs we all heard before as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh.
Now that I have Tree Farm at the bottom, I'm going to glue the Christmas trees. Now I'm going to glue it to the frame.
And follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under the mistletoe while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly.
And you can totally leave it like this, but I decided to make another of the garlands using the other piece of the garland ties, some more pine cones and berries. I am going to glue it at the top, and I'm going to glue a shoestring bow in the center. And that is it for this beautiful tree farmhouse. For my third DIY, I will be using one of the Dollar Tree wood crates, two other DIY wood decor trucks, and from Hobby Lobby, I will be using this buffalo check scrap paper that is 69 cents, but they are usually 4 for $1. I am also using one pack of the little Dollar Tree Christmas trees, And I thought I was gonna use these leftover pieces of paint sticks, but I did not use these. I ended up using the Dollar Tree popsicle sticks instead. I'm going to start off by removing the tags from the trucks, and I'm also removing the trees, the doors, and the other 3D part that this truck has. But I didn't want to rip them, and I didn't want to rip anything, so it was kind of hard at the beginning. But then I used my blow dryer, and it made it so much easier because it kind of melted the glue, and it was easier for this to come off. As you can see, it's kind of chipped, but it was okay because it wasn't much, and I did that to both of the trucks. One thing I should have done before I started to glue this was trace the trucks to the buffalo check paper, but I still did it after, and it wasn't that hard, but could have just done it before. So then I am going to glue both of the trucks to the crate. This will work as a trunk for the truck, and it's just the perfect size.
Let's go outside, the snow is falling down.
I will be using the two different sizes the Dollar Tree carries of popsicles, the jumbo ones and the mini ones, or the smaller ones. And I do have some other paint sticks that look like popsicle sticks. They are bigger than these, and I had several of those pieces, so I did use those as well. But these jumbo ones from Dollar Tree work perfectly for this. I'm just going to cut several of them to the size of the width of the truck. Then I'm going to start gluing them one by one all around the truck. I did have to cut some of the popsicle sticks in half so they can fit.
So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe's baby with you. I don't need any presents as long as I spend this day with you.
And this is how it looks so far. Now for the bottom part was kind of hard, but I still managed to work around it. All I did was just cut some of the popsicle sticks to the size of the little curvy side, so like that it goes straight. I mean, it just doesn't curve, but it still goes along those lines. So yeah, I hope you understand what I'm saying. It's not that hard, and I am going to cover this with the paper so you won't be able to tell as much.
Maybe kiss a bit and dream away. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy.
And I didn't add anything to the bottom since you can't really see it. The next thing I will be doing is tracing the the truck to the paper. I'm going to do one side and then flip the truck the other side. So like that, when I glue them, they're gonna go straight to it. I don't know why I have recently traced the things backwards, but this time I didn't. I catch myself before I messed up. Now I'm going to cut them, and I will be saving the extra pieces that are left over. These I am going to use them for the top part of the truck. I then placed the extra paper on top of the truck, and I started to press it down so it can crease. And as you can see the little lines, so it's going to be easier for me to cut this. I did this by parts. I did the top of the truck first, then I did the hood part, and then the front of the truck. So like that, it's easier. If I had another piece of paper, I think I could have done the whole thing at once, but I didn't. I'm going to paint the windshield black, so I only cut two small pieces to glue them on the side. And then I'm going to start gluing this. I did use a Dollar Tree glue stick. I wish I knew where my Elmer glue stick was, because I'm not going to lie, it works 100 times better than these Dollar Tree ones. These suck. But anyways, it kind of looks wonky, but I still like how it turned out. Once I am done with the top part, I am going to continue to glue the sides. And I forgot to cut the window, but at the end I still poked a pencil through, and that's how I cut it. Another thing I forgot to do was cut the other part of the wheel, like the whole circle. The other pieces that I removed, I'm going to paint them black. I am also painting the tires black and the windshield. Once they are dry, I'm going to glue them back to the truck. I'm going to paint the rest of the tire black, and I will paint a white circle inside the tire. The last thing I did was write 5 cents on the door and added the trees and a small little wreath. And that is it for this truck DIY. I absolutely love how this turned out. And that is it, guys. Don't forget to go check out Maria's video. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And see you next time. Bye.